What's up, YouTube? BigH. BigH sitting at the Loves in Fort Morgan. Or by Fort Morgan, 6 miles away. My pickup is anywhere between now and midnight tomorrow night. The good news is that it's ready. So I'm going to take a 10. I drove out from New Mexico to Denver. And I had a little problem. As soon as I got to the 90, all of a sudden I hear air. I hear a loud sound, and all of a sudden air is flying. I guess for lack of better words, making a lot of noise, which meant one of three things: either an airbag, a tire, or my line. And it so happened to be my red airline that I guess cracked. Thank God. I remember Lyle, No Hippie Trucking, mentioned that he had a problem, and his recommendation was to get a set of airlines. And I did, and it's been sitting in my bunk for about 2.5 years or so. Was hoping not to change the airline out because I'm so close to giving the truck back, but it's my donation to the truck. Someone's getting brand new airlines. So thank God I've got the wrench. It's 7/8 if you're interested, if you want to do that yourself. So luckily I got to my appointment at the 90 2 hours early. It was a place where you can overnight park, whatever. So I walked up my bills. I told the gentleman what had happened to my truck. He's like, well, I can't check you in. Because if you can't move your truck, then we can't help you. I gotta put my sunglasses on. It is bright. There they are on my head. So I told Road Assist, and I let my fleet manager know what's going on. And long story short, I changed it out. It took me about an hour or so. The toughest part was putting the clamps back on the hose to hang. So, but about an hour, I walked back up to the security guard and I said, listen, I'm ready to go. And the rest is history. It all went smooth from that point moving forward. But again, guys, you never know when something's going to blow. And believe me when I tell you, tape don't work. I had tried. That was the first remedy. I was going to say, if I can get away with tape, I can drop off the load, get to a TA, because there's a TA in Denver, Commerce City, and work on it myself, right? I don't need anybody. So, no, tape didn't work. No matter, I use Gorilla Tape, which is really thick and really good stuff. That thing was blowing air out the bottom. So, tape won't work. The only thing that works is getting a new line. You can, because Road Assist is like, well, what do you need? I was like, well, I just need the red airline. But just don't get one. Get the group. Get the ones with has the red, the blue, and the electrical. Brand new, because there's no way you're going to untangle just the red line, because mine's wrapped with that plastic. No way. So I told him, I said, listen, don't need it. I've got the set on board. I've got the tools. Let me just double check. Do me a favor, because I cleaned out my truck and took some of my tools off the truck. And I said, do me a favor, just reach out to somebody in the event that I don't have that wrench. Which he did. He did the right thing. So he ended up calling somebody. Again, it was a time crunch, you know, the load had to be delivered, I'm there. So we didn't want to take any chances, because now I got to dig through my, not that I'm unorganized, but I still got plenty of stuff, and I wasn't sure, so, and plus it's dark out, right? Yes, I got a flashlight, I don't know. Well, for whatever reason, he decided to call a company. And they said, well, we'll come out, just need an hour to get there. So, real quickly, I went, I rummaged through a couple things. About 10 minutes later, I let Road Assist know that, don't worry, I've got it. Found wrench. But because we made that call, I'm on the hook for whatever they're going to charge me. It is what it is. But ready to play it safe, and then having to go through, missing my deadline, possible. I don't know. Wouldn't be a service failure, but I'm gonna have to reschedule it. Not for today, but maybe for tomorrow, and that would mean I'm keeping this product on my trailer in produce sensitive for yet another 24 hours. So, as he said, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than if he had to come out and install it, or had to come out with a brand new airlines, because I know what I paid for it at Prime. It ain't cheap. It's about, when I bought it 2.5 years ago, it cost me $180. Now I happened to look at Amazon before, and Amazon, I can get it at Amazon, same type, braided hose, really good, not the plastic cheesy stuff, but the real good quality air hose with the extension, because that's where it's going to break. If it's going to break anywhere, it's going to break where you hook it to the trailer. That's a weak spot there. Over the course of time, making wide turns, yada yada yada, it starts to work itself and break. I mean, it's rubber, and with all the bending and back and forth over the course of time, that's the weak part of the hose. So they have this extension that's about yay big, I don't know, 6 inches or so, that you can put on there to the glad hand itself, which makes it stronger. So again, the whole kit and caboodle, the hose, the couplings, everything is $129. And thanks my friend Scott for looking that up for me. So it's worth. Let me tell you something, folks. Even if you can buy it at Prime, whatever. Buy one, keep it in your truck. You'll never go wrong with having a spare hoses on your truck, because that could be an easy. Somebody has to come out and do it. $600-700 job. Believe me, I did an upper radiator hose, and it cost me $635 for Loves to come out, change the upper radiator hose, and fill it up with a half a gallon. Meanwhile, they bought me 4 gallons of antifreeze. Not that you describe it 6 times to them. It's like, it's the upper radiator hose. Well, we don't do that. We can't drain the antifreeze. I'm like, can I speak to your supervisor? So the manager gets on the phone. I said, listen, this guy's going down the wrong road with this. All I need to do is replace the upper radiator hose, and a little bit of antifreeze came out, so I need maybe like a half a gallon of antifreeze. Oh, okay, we can do that. 8 hours later, they finally show up with 4 gallons of antifreeze. Anyway, the hose was fixed, and like I said, it was over $600. That's where, as an owner-op, as a lease operator, whatever you want to call yourself, it can take you, can hurt your obviously your profits. So with that being said, listen to a guy who's been in the business for 3 years. Still, very young in the business. Buy yourself a spare air hose, because inevitably it's going to fail on you, and you don't want to be in the wrong place when it happens. I was very fortunate; it didn't happen on the side of the road or making a turn off the interstate, because you get stuck, you can't move it. So what I did to move it was I took the blue hose off and put it into the red line, so I could at least move the trailer. So that's a tip you might want to keep in the back of your brain. Take the blue hose off service, put it in the red, where the red goes, where the red airline goes, and you'll be able to move your trailer. Because if not, all your air is leaking out and you can't move it. So again, better there than anywhere else. All right, enough of the babbling. Last night, on my way to the 90, I caught one of the most intense thunderstorms and light show that I've ever seen in the 58 years I've been on this planet. Absolutely mesmerizing, phenomenal. Eventually, it turned into one hell of a storm where I actually, luck was on my side. There was a way station about a mile away, and I was 40,000 pounds. It started raining so hard. It started raining sideways, and the winds had to be well over 50 miles an hour. Like I said, I pulled into the weigh station, rated it out about a half hour, but I'm going to show you that off my camcorder, dash cam, excuse me. Two parts. I'm going to show you the drive where it starts, which is 30 minutes long, so if you want to sit through it, sit through it. It's pretty cool for those who are not in trucking, just to see all the lightning just going off crazy. It's like somebody snapping pictures 1,000 times a minute. And then the second part is where I finally got really close to the storm, where it just released rain like I've never seen before. So you'll get to see both parts. Anyway, I'm at Love's. I'm gonna do my 10. Go get the load, even though they gave me a window up to tomorrow night. Now, here's the deal before I go. I could theoretically sit here for 34 hours and get a free clock. But the load's only going 800 miles. I've got about 11 hours or so left on my 70. I get back 5.5 hours tonight, and then starting tomorrow, it gets nines. So, no, I'm going to pick up the load tonight after my 10, and I'm going to go get down the road. So this way I don't have to drive 600 miles in one day. I can save some fuel by going 63 miles an hour. That's my new plan with the new truck, is if the load has time on it, I'm going to back it off. The load's got to be like the load I did this morning, where I had to do, what did I have to do? I had to do 1,800 miles in roughly, no, I'm sorry. Okay, it was 930 miles. The one before was 2,000. So I had to do 980 miles in 2 days. So one day I did the 600, and last night I did the remaining, which was like 340. But I couldn't. That's the load where it's pedal to the metal, not letting up, nothing. Tomorrow's load again is I can pick it up tonight because they give me a trailer number, which means it's loaded. They're not giving you a trailer number if it's not ready. So like I said, I can go pick it up, get down the road, be ahead of the game, but instead of doing 65, I can do 63, 62. You may say, well, that's not really that much of a difference. Believe me, on the Peterbilt, it becomes much better savings as far as what I'm burning, how many gallons I'm burning per hour. So that's it. BigH is out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Make great decisions, and I hope you guys like this video. I know I did one about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. I called it Wicked Thunderstorm. I got over almost 400,000 views on that. So we'll see if this one in time. And listen, I'm not monetizing anything. I'm a truck driver. I got a camera that's constantly rolling, dash cam. Next Car, it's called. It's a really good system. And when I think it's relevant, I will download it and post it. So hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day. Have a safe weekend. And thanks for stopping by BigH Trucking. BigH Trucking, I-25 North, New Mexico. Check it out. Check it out. We got a light show going on. I don't know what they're called. It's lightning, yes. But I think it has something to do with the heat or something. No, there's no rain. I looked at the radar. bugs, of course. I think that's real cool, man. You see things that you see out west. That's why I love out west. Out west is just so much cooler than the East Coast, than the east side of the country. The sights are prettier, the land is vast, basically uninhabited. Air is better. People are a little bit nicer, but so anyway, we're working our way up to Denver, Colorado. We got about a 6-hour drive, about a 5-hour drive or so. We got overnight parking. We got a 5 a.m. delivery. So, plenty of parking, apparently, from what I read. I'm glad to finally be out of that scorcher of what's called Mars. It's the brother of Mars, Phoenix, Arizona. Because the surface temperature yesterday was 121 degrees. It was so hot that my APU, that's right, my APU would not run. I thought something broke. I know I pre-tripped my APU, and it's full of antifreeze and oil. She turned on, and 10 minutes later she shut down. Couldn't take the heat. Never felt heat like that in my life. Never. I thought the East Coast is bad with 90 degrees and the humidity level's high. And they're like, oh, you know, out west it's hot, but it's dry. It's not so bad. Au contraire. It's bad. Yeah, there's a breeze blowing, but just look at it this way. Get a blow dry, a hair dryer, put it on high, and blow it in your face. That's what it felt like. Heat was ridiculous. So again, I'm glad to be out of Mars, off of Mars, I should say. I'm back on planet Earth. Had a good day. I could finally sleep. Didn't have to run my truck. I didn't have to use 30 gallons of fuel to run my truck. Spent a lot of money in fuel piling the truck. But you gotta keep cool, right? What are you gonna do? Anyway, BigH Trucking is rolling down the road, as you can see. And I'm just in awe. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I have the video. I have the camcorder directed that way because it's kind of off to the side. It's intentional. Although you can see in front of me, just in case somebody does decide to cut in front of me, we got him on camera. But all the action is off on the left side. So why not bring you the 4th of July? Made by Mother Nature. That is so unbelievably cool. Love it. this stuff out in the East. Really don't. I guess I could say there's a lot of electricity in the air. It's still warm out. It's 80 degrees. Look at that. That's just sick. Sick. React to something like that. It probably freaks them out. Again, they may be used to it. You see it all the time. It's the first time I've ever been out west and seen this. The light diminishes it. This is better than any 4th of July show I've ever seen. Wow. a sci-fi movie. outer space. I mean, really awesome to see from top down. Either way, it's awesome. Guys enjoyed the light show. I-25, New Mexico. Really awesome. Be safe.